Hello everyone, welcome to our latest live studio show here. We're at the Grand Prix of Trentino, the Ciclamino circuit, Arco di Trento. And this week I'm going to be joined by a bunch of guests. Clement Desalle, we've got Evgeny Bobryshev, Antti Pyrhonen, also Amy Dargan's making an appearance because we've got some questions from Twitter to ask some of our guests as well. But obviously fresh off of his MX1 race just a few moments ago, Clement Desalle, Rockstar Energy Suzuki World MX1. Welcome here. Good to see you in Italy. How was the first race, first of all? It looks a pretty mean track this weekend.
Yeah, exactly. My start was not so good, and I expect really a better start every time. And yeah, after I was 4, and then coming third, quickly in the race. But then I was behind Gucci Pola, and all time trying to pass, and I was all the races behind him. I was thinking I can pass him, but it was really difficult to pass, and also we come in some lap rider was really not easy, so I stayed third, and yeah, it's not a bad position, but really disappointed because I expect better, and my speed was good, so I think I could have a better result than that, but it's still one moto.
But there were times, maybe towards the end of the race, Gauthier made, I think, 2 or 3 laps from the finish. He made a mistake in the slow corner coming out of the far side, and you got really close. And did you touch the wheels going into the left-hander or not? I think it was 2 laps to go, just as you go up on the top.
I think it was really close, but we didn't touch it really.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, he makes some mistake, then I make some small one also. It's with a lot of stone there, so it's easy to do a small mistake. So. Yeah, but it's really hard to pass. That's really difficult to pass. And then
harder today than yesterday? Because the qualifying race yesterday, obviously we had different conditions for the racetrack because we had much rain before. The jumps were a little bit softer. Some of the corners were deeper, more ruts. Today, and there seemed to be more places to overtake yesterday. But like you say, as soon as you come on the rear wheel of Gauthier, it's maybe just more difficult today because the conditions are drier, more loose, more slick.
Yeah, that's true, and yeah, the track is yesterday was more soft in some place, and yeah, today that's better, but it doesn't make the track with more possibility to pass, and that's really difficult, you know, because the start do a lot into the race. So yeah, anyway, it's same for everybody, but I wish that I can pass and have a better position.
Obviously. The championship couldn't have got off to a better start for you, winning the opening round in Qatar. How was the track there? How was the night race, the first time riding under the lights for you personally?
Yeah, that's true. My result was really good there, but honestly, the light was not really perfect like I was thinking, because I was thinking it's like the MotoGP track, but yeah, when we come from the motocross track and we go into the pit lane, it's like
you see the
really
difference.
Different. You know, and yeah, so I think it can be better. And yeah, in the line, you know, sometimes you don't see a small bumps in the words or a stone, and then you get a reaction that you don't know about it. So yeah, after it was not too bad, and finally, but yeah, it was not some downhill or something. It's not so easy to do with a night race. So.
And what about Thailand? How was the circuit there? Obviously, we had the big rain, but the circuit was really rideable. You know, it was perfect condition.
That's true. The circuit was good in Thailand, but you know, in kind of country like this, I think you mostly go for holidays and to make sport because it's like so heavy to do
it's so
sport.
hot.
Yeah, so warm, and with the humidity, it's like you ride with a microwave on your head.
A nice analogy. And what about 2 weeks ago in Holland? You know, Valkenswaard, the results weren't great for you there. Were you looking to be on the podium there as always, or was there a reason that you didn't perform at your best last week, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was not going like I was expecting. Yeah, sure, I wanted to have a better result, but yeah, during the week before I was sick, so I could not train really like I wanted. I mean, it's not an excuse, but I think it can do something in the race. And also I get a crash in the first moto to the start, then I start last, and then I had to fight a lot, and I could not do better than 8, and then the second moto I do 5. So yeah, it's not so good like I wanted, but it's better than nothing, and it's still some points in the top 10, 5, so it's not too bad, and the season will be long, I think. So
Sure.
I will try to be regular during all the season and win some race.
I noticed also last week you chose not to ride the Belgian Championship. You raced in La Capelle-Marival in the south of France. Is that because of the conditions here? You didn't want to ride in sand 1 week before Italy, and it was maybe a little bit harder in the south of France?
Yeah, that's part of the choice, but also you know, Mons was my club.
Yeah.
And yeah, I get a small problem with the guy in the club.
Okay.
So I decided to don't ride there because I think yeah, this person can be more respectful.
Okay.
And yeah, it's nothing about money or something, you know, that a lot of people speak on Facebook and stuff. So it's nothing to do about that. But I think the respect for each other, it's really important also in the life.
Right.
So I mean, you know, it's not that I don't speak anymore with that guy. We call us after that, and now you know that you know, I'm so much respectful for that guy for all what he did in my club, for the sport, for the motocross. But I think you have to be respectful for everybody.
Okay.
Also for people who is helping to organize the race, example. So yeah, that was the
reason.
The opinion, yeah.
Okay.
The reason. Yeah.
And obviously the second race here, it's a beautiful day, good atmosphere, good crowd. First time you raced here, or did you ride in the Italian Championship earlier?
No, it's first time I raced here. And I was only one time practicing here in 2010, so it's a little bit long. But yeah, it's a nice place, and with the nice mountain, I really like the nature, so it's nice.
Okay, well, look, we want to take your mind off the racing for a moment. Amy Dargan, who we all know from pre-grid interviews and our team reports and that kind of thing, she's joined us here because she has some questions from fans on Twitter. Okay, so Amy, what do we have this week?
Well, the MXGP fans have been tweeting in. We've got one for Clement from MXTom1995. Clement, what do you think about the level of the French MX Championship?
Obviously, you raced in France last week, so...
Yeah, the level is good. You know, the French guy on the French track is all-time fast. So that was really nice, and also the track was really good prepared. I think it's really professional, and yeah, especially that track there in La Capelle-Marival was nice place. Also, we had a beautiful day, so that was cool.
Good. And the second one comes from Nikki about race 2. What will you do different, if anything?
Today?
I wish to have a better start and then win.
And questions for Clement finished? Yeah.
That's it. That's all we've got for this week. But obviously, if you have any more questions for the next round, tweet us at MXGP Live.
Okay, but Clement, obviously the second race, conditions are going to be a little bit different, drier. Maybe they put some water on the track for MX2, first of all, of course. But it's, I don't know, watching the track from where I'm watching it from the TV booth, yeah, hard, slick, bumpy, physical on the upper body, on the hands as well, with the blisters maybe, all these kind of things. There's a lot to think about for you guys today, isn't there?
Yeah, I think you have to be all the time concentrate because, like you said, it's like slippery, and then the traction change from one corner to another one. So yeah, you have to be careful to everything and think about everything during all the moto.
Okay, well look, we're going to let Clement Desalle from Rockstar Energy Suzuki World MX1 go and get himself ready for MX1 Race 2. We'll thank him as well, and of course Amy will be back in a moment as well, because I'm going to welcome our next guest, who's going to be Evgeny Bobryshev. So when Bobby's ready to join us, we'll have a quick word with him. But yeah, Clement Desalle, thank you for your time here. Of course, thanks for the viewers as well, and the tweeters for your questions to Clement Desalle, and hopefully he can have a better start in Race 2 and maybe win the race, and hey, maybe even the overall Grand Prix as well. So Clement Desalle, thank you. All the best for Race 2.
No problem, thank you.
Thank you. Right, so moving on. We're going to be talking to Evgeny Bobryshev in just a moment, and of course Antti Pyrhonen from Ice One Racing, KTM. He's the team manager and former rider from MX3, and of course he's ridden all over the place throughout his career. So Ice One Racing, Antti Pyrhonen, he just joins us alongside us here. So good to have him, actually. A lot to talk about with this guy, and of course Evgeny Bobryshev, Honda World Motocross MX1. Yeah, he's coming. He might take a little bit more time, actually, Evgeny, because you may not have heard, he's not racing this weekend. He fractured a bone, the fibula, the lower part of the leg, testing in Italy in preparation for this Grand Prix this weekend. And yeah, he's got a cast on down there as well. So a tough break, really, for Evgeny Bobryshev. Bobby, I know you would really love to be out here riding in Italy at Trentino in front of the fans here. Obviously, the team you ride for based in Italy. How disappointed were you when you had this small crash on Wednesday or Thursday in Faenza?
Yeah, when that's happened, when I get hurt, so I was feeling in the beginning like I struck the muscles, or yeah, but not get the fracture, because I still could walk after my crash and move my ankle. And then when we went to the hospital, we was waiting quite long, like for a couple of hours, and I was expecting nothing happened, so I can race. And then yeah, when we see the X-ray picture.
And this was on Friday, the X-ray?
No, Wednesday.
Wednesday at the same time, okay.
Wednesday. And then yeah, and then we went for one more X-ray, and then we find that yeah, more little things what's happened there, you know. And then I have to yeah, take cigar maybe and just go around and smoke it, you know. It's not nice when you watch the race and you couldn't be there, and yeah, but what can I do? It's part of the motocross.
And obviously, from your side of things, you know, you got on the podium 2 weeks ago in Holland. That was obviously a big moment for you in 2013, because you know, the season for you has actually been a pretty good start, hasn't it? You know, Qatar was okay, you were consistent. Thailand looked like you could maybe win or get a top 3 result in the first race. What actually happened there? Were you just exhausted, physically exhausted in Thailand?
I don't know, maybe dehydrated?
Dehydrated, yeah.
Dehydrated, yeah, and because I always all my life been struggling with the hot weather. I never, yeah, I'm like Russian, we have always lots of cold in the winter. In the summer we have sometimes warm weather, but like yeah, I was a bit, you know, like don't rush maybe in the beginning, and in the end of the race I get dehydrated, so I forgot also to breathe, and was that my mistake, and yeah, and lost lots of points.
And obviously Valkenswaard was very good for you. Obviously you spent a lot of time living in Holland, Belgium over the past few years, riding for different teams, of course. So I guess you were expected to get a good result there, or not? You just, everything clicked that day, maybe?
In Valkenswaard,
yeah.
No, for sure I was expecting. I know I have the speed, you know, I have a good confidence, and yeah, like I like the track. Unfortunately, this year was a bit frozen, so I like tricky track, so many mistakes I've been doing, especially in the second race. But yeah, I was, you know, like in my head, I'm always, when I go to the race, always think to fight for the podium, because I know I have all for that. And yeah, that's because also I think if everything goes okay in Thailand, I would possible to get also on the podium. But that's happening, you know. And I just start to get confidence every race, because for me racing is really best training, and that's where I get more confidence and growing my speed.
Just looking at you on screen here from Valkenswaard. How difficult was the track last week? Because people saying it was a little bit frozen hard underneath, but seemed to be a lot. This is Valkenswaard, yeah. And that's you, believe it or not, 777. You recognize yourself on screen?
Yeah, but I couldn't see the sun.
Okay.
But no, the track was a bit like, not like usually, you know, really nice to ride, but it was lots of frozen, so you all done been like drifting out of the corners, and the bumps were so sharp, so when you hit the bump, the bike just goes sideways. But I was fine, you know. I was a bit cold in the beginning, but then I get warmed up till the end of the race.
And it was a great battle there with Tony Cairoli as well for quite a while. Eventually, of course, he went through and went on to win the GP. But well, go on.
Yeah, but also like my goal, you know, from beginning of the year, just get a consistent races. But now that's happened, so now I have to come back and just go on the top again.
How long are you off? How long time off the bike now, you think? A couple of weeks, maybe back in Portugal?
Yeah, for sure. Portugal, 100%. Like now, the question is Bulgaria. But I don't want to be in a rush. I don't want to make it worse. So
sure.
Just...
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, joining us also here, turning from rider to manager, team manager of Ice One Racing KTM. One of the biggest outfits in the paddock, I must say. It's very impressive. They have a new truck, they have a new manager, they have new riders. It's new from everything, isn't it? Antti Pyrhonen from Finland, former MX1, MX3 rider, maybe even a 125 Grand Prix rider back in the day. But welcome to the first ever live show. I know you're really excited about being on here. No nerves at all. Oh. But what do you make of the weekend here so far in Arco from your perspective and the guys in the first race? It was seemed like a good one for Xavi, but a tough one for Rui.
Exactly, it's a little bit mixed feelings. Xavier, after small injuries, is let's say back in business and reached his own level. But with Rui, he's a little bit struggling with this track, so he didn't do so good race and wasn't on his own pace. But okay, second moto to go, so I wish both riders can enter top 10.
Okay, and obviously, I guess the place that you ever raced here before, there was MX3 here last year.
Yeah, exactly. It was a tough GP for me. I was third on the points when I came here, but I did only 12 and 9, so it was not easy race for me either.
How was it racing in MX3 for you? Obviously, you retired at the end of last year, unfortunately due to injury as well. I wouldn't say it was just because of the injury, but I guess at the start of the season, your plan in 2012 was, you know, finish in the top 3, be world champion or whatever. And then when you got an injury at Matterley Basin, did that fast forward the decision, okay, I need surgery, I need this, and I'm going to have to stop now?
Yeah, sure. It was, yeah, my goal was to win MX3 world title. I finished 2009 third, so of course I wanted to be a world champion on that class. And then in England I got the injury. I was still battle for top 3, and yeah, I thought that 34 years old and another operation to go, I thought that this is a good moment to stop, and I left very good memories as a rider and made some really good races and friends and connections. So it was time to go to a different position and go forward on life.
I know from my own personal experience, and I know all riders are the same, if you have the opportunity to ride a home Grand Prix, obviously in your case Finland, you know, it's always good to do well, to not disappoint the fans, but to be able to win one and say that you won a home Grand Prix, even if that's the only race you ever win in your career, it's a super special moment, isn't it? And obviously we're seeing the images here from when you won. Was that at Vantaa?
That was Vantaa, yeah. It's actually we are going back to Finland this year on a MX1 GP, so that's going to be in my home city in Hyvinkää. So for sure looking forward to bring the team there and show my home country to a complete GP family of motocross. But yeah, going back on time to that Vantaa 2009 when I won both motos, it was yeah, best memory of my life basically, and that emotions and feelings, what it gave, you know, it was so great. And I had my own team and 400 guests there, which was a really large amount of people supporting me, and winning there, you know, it was just incredible.
And what about the transition from rider to manager? Okay, you managed your own team before, but this is different now because you're not riding. I guess you can give 100% to managing the team. Obviously, Kimi Räikkönen, great to have him on board as a team owner in the Motocross World Championship. What's he like to work for, and is he the man that makes all the decisions, or are the decisions from you, and you think that we should go this direction and he says yes or no? How does it work within that team? Because obviously he spends a lot of time, I don't know, what does he drive cars for a living or something like that, apparently?
Yeah, exactly. Let's say that Kimi
very is fast cars as well, by the way.
Yeah. Let's say Kimi is a great person, you know, just really honest and tells always what he thinks, you know, and also to me, I'm leading the team, and I make all the decisions together with him, and also we are keeping, if not daily connection, for sure every week we keep in contact, and on the major decisions we think what is the best for our team current moment and also for the future. But I have and the complete team, you know, is so great. You know, we have a great team coordinator, Natalia Lahtela, and great riders, great mechanics, and also Mr. Riku Kuvaja, who is Kimi's manager, is helping me a lot. So we are just a strong overall group, you know, and all of us is trying to do the best for the team, for the rider, and for motocross. So that is the thing what we are doing, and the goal is really to grow and make a great team of Ice One racing.
And what about the sport now in Scandinavia? Obviously, we've been going to Uddevalla for many years. The FIM MX1 stopped going to Finland for a while, but we're going back there, as you say, Hyvinkää, your home circuit. What can we expect when we get there? What's the state of the sport in Scandinavia at the moment? Will we see young kids coming through the 85cc European Championship over the next few years and can be the next, you know, Håkan Karlqvist, or they can be the next Heikki Mikkola, or they can be, you know, is this something for us to look forward to?
Yeah, exactly. For sure, it is. Current moment with the Scandinavian riders is not that strong, and they are a little bit. There is many riders, there is many good riders, but they are a little bit struggling to reach the real top. But we need to look also for the young guys and the guys racing with 65, 85 at the moment, and there is a lot of talent, there is a lot of will, and I expect that in let's say, if not next year or in 2 years, but in coming 5 years, we will hear of some Scandinavian top rider, and also I assume there is coming some Finns up also.
Okay, and obviously the tap. What is the goal for the team this year, Ice One Racing?
Yeah, the goal is definitely to make a maximum sportive result, and for us it's that we can enter our both riders in top 10 of the championship, and also improve their previous year's results. And for me, the team goal is also to make all the working functions all the time better and better, and to make the team actually work day after day, week after week, better and better. So that is the goal, and also to reach someday the real top.
And what's it like working with the likes of Rui Gonçalves here on screen and Xavier Bourg, two professionals?
Yeah, exactly. It's the great personalities, and both are really professional riders. So my first year as a team manager is of course there is many new things, but I'm really lucky to have those guys on board, and they are so pros that together with them we are for sure bringing the team into a higher level.
Okay. Before we disappear, we've got a couple of minutes left. Evgeny Bobryshev, we've got a question for you on Twitter from Francesco _DB _. Bobby, how did you feel after the crash? You know, what was going through your mind? How did you feel? What was the initial feeling?
Yeah, at the beginning, I still like I want to go to do that race. I mean, in Arco, so I was a bit confused because I don't want to make it worse. Like I said it before. If I would go racing and I step again, and then you know, I could make it worse, and then I would miss more races. So now I have to be strong, stay strong, and I don't know how many races I can miss for sure. Like Arco, about Bulgaria is still the question, but yeah, I want to just come back strong, you know, because now that things what make you stronger also in the head. So now just have to wait and try to get a quick possible recovery.
Sure. I mean, I know what it's like, and I'm sure Antti Pyrhonen does as well. You have a crash, you kind of think, that doesn't feel good. You go to get it checked out, you hope for good news, you get bad news. It's just the worst feeling in the world, isn't it?
Yeah, especially when you don't have so much pain. You're thinking it's just a little, just hurt something, but not that bad, you know, that you couldn't ride.
Mm. Well, obviously, before Qatar, you became a parent for the first time. How's fatherhood? We've got about 45 seconds left, so we just thought we'd make it a little bit.
Father?
Yeah.
It's cool. Like, yes, it's nice. You know, I really love it. Like, especially in the night when my baby start two-stroke engine and revving full gas in the night. This is cool feeling, you know. But like before races and training, so I still following my program, so I sleep in the other room. But like when I have day off for sure, I'm like with my family, and but I'm really enjoying the baby. It's awesome, you know. I cannot say my feeling. It's good.
Okay, well, obviously, wish you all the best with the injury, with the new family, with the kid as well, screaming 65 in the spare room and everything else. Antti Pyrhonen, Ice One team, Ice One Racing KTM team manager. Thanks for joining us here. Evgeny Bobryshev, Honda World Racing as well, and of course, Clement Desalle, Rockstar Energy Suzuki World MX1. They were our guests. Of course, Amy Dargan joined us as well. She gave us the first load of Twitter questions, but of course, you can follow us at #MXGP Live. So next questions will be for Bulgaria in a week's time. We'll let you know the guests on Monday. So for now, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And in about 15 minutes, MX2, Race 2. Make sure you stay tuned. Bye.